Today is a super fun episode because it is Easter today, and if you have ever wondered what to make for your family Easter or Thanksgiving or Christmas, then this vegan ham bite, it doesn't taste like chicken, is gonna be so good. I've never actually tried to make it before, but it looks delicious. And I thought it would be fun to just take you on my day of food today. So I'm gonna be making a nice Easter brunch for the morning. We're gonna be making some waffles and vegan bacon. And then I'll probably show you my lunch. And then of course also Easter is not Easter without chocolate. So we're gonna try to make a high protein vegan chocolate egg. Okay guys, let's go. This morning we are making waffles, and these are super fluffy and crispy and delicious, and they are just so good. Definitely my go-to waffle recipe. So it is just 1.5 cups of your plant milk of choice. I'm doing soy milk, which is just really good for extra protein. And then do a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Mix that together and then set that aside while you prepare the rest. So in a large mixing bowl, you want to mix together 2 cups of flour. I'm doing 1 cup of whole wheat flour. And then I'm also gonna do 1 cup of oat flour, which to make oat flour, all you have to do is grind up oats in a blender and then basically grind them until smooth, and then you have oat flour. Then just sift your flour into your bowl. I like sifting stuff just because it makes it just a lot smoother and easier, and I just find the waffles always turn out better. So you don't have to sift things, but I do find that it just makes it better end product. And I don't honestly know what other people do when they're sifting their ingredients, but I like to just use like either a little spatula or a spoon to get out all the other little like chunks to make sure you have like the full amount in your recipe. And then next you want to mix in a tablespoon of baking powder. Then again, just sift that in and make sure there's no little chunks left behind. Then a teaspoon of salt. I'm doing sea salt. And then actually you also want to mix in a tablespoon of vanilla into that milk, which is basically becoming buttermilk. It's going to be like a little bit chunky looking and nasty, but I promise it is delicious, and it's what makes these waffles super fluffy. Once your dry ingredients are all combined, then you just want to pour in some coconut oil, about 1/3 of a cup. And then 1 tablespoon of agave honey, or you could do maple syrup as well. Then just mix in this nice buttermilk. I know, again, it looks nasty, but I promise you it tastes delicious. Pour that in and then stir everything until combined, but you don't want to over mix anything. Just want to mix it just until combined, because yeah, it just is much better for the recipe. It still will be a tiny bit chunky, but as long as everything is mixed together and you don't see any like flour bits left behind, then it's perfect. Should look something like this. Now once your waffle iron is all preheated and ready to go, pour in about 1/2 cup into the waffle iron, and you don't have to make sure it goes right to the edges, just kind of spread it out a little bit, and then just close it and wait until the light goes green again. Once it's green, your waffle is ready. You can take it out, and I like to put mine on a little rack and put it back into my air fryer so it keeps nice and warm and stays crispy. And then basically keep doing this until all the batter is gone. I think this made about 6 waffles. also making some easy bacon, basically using vegan ham that we got from the store. So all you have to do is just tear it into strips of however size you like. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Tamari sauce on top and then just fry that on like medium-high heat until basically like a little bit crispy. I think I did them even a little bit too much because they ended up being like super, super crispy. And yeah, I think next time I'll just do it a little bit less. But yeah, just literally a few minutes each side, probably only like 2 or 3 minutes each side on like medium heat. Final step for a perfect, delicious breakfast today is my coffee. And if you saw my latest video about vegan hacks, then you would know that I love to have my coffee with soy milk, and then you just froth it up with this little milk frother, and then you have like this really creamy, delicious creamer for your coffee. And it is so good. So now I have basically a plant-based latte, homemade, super easy, and so delicious. Now that the waffles are ready, I put them all in the air fryer just to stay warm. I had it on the warm setting. Then you can just serve it with anything you like. I like serving it with some fresh banana and agave honey or maple syrup on top. You could do fresh blueberries, chocolate chips, strawberries, really anything goes. So, so delicious. I love this breakfast. Now I'm going to prep dinner for tonight. So I'm gonna try making this glazed tofu recipe, basically like a fake ham sort of recipe. And it doesn't taste like chicken and it looks so good. I've never tried to make one of these before, so I hope it turns out. And you guys are gonna be my first viewers of this. All you have to do is press your tofu. I can only find silken tofu here in Mexico, but if you are in the US or Canada or Europe or UK or wherever, I definitely would recommend getting like an extra firm or firm block of tofu. It would just definitely work out better, but you know, I'm using what I got, and the silken tofu, I'm not gonna lie, it actually turned out really good. So just press that, cut little diamond shapes into the top, and then you're gonna marinate that. She marinates it with just soy sauce and liquid smoke, but I don't have any liquid smoke, so I'm actually just gonna do, and I don't have soy sauce, so I'm gonna do tamari, and then I'm gonna also add some cloves in there. And then basically just shake that up, make sure you kind of like flip it upside down for a little while, and just let that marinate for a few hours if you can. If you have time, you could even do it overnight and put it in the fridge, and it would be even better. Now, while that is marinating, I am going to prep some dessert as well, because you can't have an Easter day without some chocolates, and I just love making healthy desserts. It is seriously one of my passions. So I am making these like healthy, high protein chocolate Easter eggs. And yes, chocolate is vegan. The ingredients only have soy in them, so there is no milk. So that is lovely. We love soy. So all I'm gonna do, this is kind of just a recipe that I'm just creating right now. I just thought of it sort of, so not really going by any recipe, just flying by the seat of my pants, if you will. But essentially I am just mixing 1 scoop of chocolate protein powder, which is this Birdman, and it has 30 grams of protein per scoop, which is really good. And then I'm also doing a scoop of this peanut butter powder, which is basically high protein, low fat peanut butter. You just mix it with water to make peanut butter into it. But I'm doing 1 scoop of that, and then basically add water until you have this like creamy consistency that you're able to shape these little eggs with. I think I probably added about 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup of water. I'm not entirely sure, so just play around until you have this nice consistency. And then I'm gonna freeze these so that they harden just for 20 minutes or an hour or so until I feel like making the rest. But then once they are hard, they should come out and you should be able to pick them up, and they should really look like this. now we are just going to melt our chocolate with a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of coconut oil, literally like maybe half a teaspoon, not very much. And then just put it in your microwave for like 30 seconds at a time, and then take it out, mix it, see if it needs more. For half a cup of the chocolate chips I did here, I ended up heating it up for 1 minute in total. And then just mix that until you have this nice, creamy, delicious chocolate sauce. And then originally I was planning to like completely cover these little eggs in chocolate and make like a real chocolate egg, but the hot chocolate was like melting the protein mixture. So I decided to just put it on top. And it was actually perfect because I had just enough chocolate to cover all of these little eggs. So everything happens for a reason, I guess. But yeah, just put like 1 spoon of melted chocolate on the top, kind of cover as you wish. And just do that until you have all the chocolate pieces covered. And then if you like the kind of like salted caramel flavor, or like if you like kind of like a salted chocolate, then I definitely would recommend putting a little bit of sea salt on top as well. So I just sprinkled mine with a little bit of sea salt on each one, and then put them back in the freezer until you're ready to enjoy. Yeah, they turned out really, really good. I will show you guys what they look like tonight at dinner. Now, I just wanted to make a quick little lunch. My boyfriend already ate lunch, so I'm just gonna make myself a little quesadilla here. So I'm just taking 1 tortilla, a little piece of vegan cheese, and then these leftover soy curls that we had in our fridge. And then I'm just pan frying that basically for like a few minutes per side on medium to high heat until it's nice and crispy. Also, of course, I always put hot sauce on everything, so you can't forget the hot sauce. Once it's done, you can put any other toppings you like. I wanted to do some avocado, and then I actually also put on some black sesame seeds. I forgot to film it, but of course you can see them there. I know there's so many. I'm doing this seed cycling thing that I just learned about. So yeah, there's a lot of sesame seeds, but tastes so good. Wow, look at that. It was 10 out of 10. Super easy, delicious lunch. Okay, now it is time to prep the rest of dinner. I am just baking some potatoes to do a twice baked potato later. And then I'm finishing the rest of this tofu now that it's been marinated for about a couple of hours. All the soy sauce is soaked in now. So the next step, all you want to do is put in like a whole clove into each diamond, and then basically put that back in the oven for like, I think she says in her recipe, like, was it 20 minutes or 40 minutes? I'm not sure, but in my air fryer, it was only 10 minutes. Again, I love this air fryer, especially if you don't want to heat up your whole house or you just want things to cook faster. Having an air fryer is just so good. And I love this one because it's a combo, like air fryer, toaster oven. It warms stuff, it'll broil stuff. Yeah, it's so good. So if you are looking for an air fryer, just check out the link in the description below. It's only been 10 minutes and now these potatoes are basically done. They're super soft and this tofu looks incredible. It's only been 10 minutes in here. I can't even believe it. So I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna take a little break, take Milo out, and then we are gonna do the rest of dinner later. So the tofu is just gonna have a glaze, and I'm gonna do some baked potato, but we'll do that later. Okay guys, we'll see you in a bit. All right, so it is later now and I couldn't film making the rest of dinner because our kitchen light burnt out and it was just really dark, but it turned out really good. We just did roasted veggies in our air fryer. We did a twice baked potato, and then I did the rest of the glaze for that tofu ham, but it turned out really good. It was 10 out of 10, amazing dinner. And the chocolate egg desserts were just phenomenal as well.